Hello, HDEV students. This is your instructor, Miss Gonzalez, and I wanted to give you a quick run through of our eCampus course so that you can hit the ground running and really get what you need quickly, in addition to doing a little bit of research and reading all these buttons on the side that have great information for you. I wanted to give you a starting point so that you're not overwhelmed with the thought of having to read all the information. That is very important, but I wanted to give you something that you can do right away to build some confidence and not be as overwhelmed. So as you see here, I've logged into my eCampus already. And your landing page when you log in will be the announcements page. And there's a lovely announcement here that I have left for you, and it's important to read. There's also a link. The first thing you should do is click the Start Here button. Not ironic at all because it says Start Here. There's great information here, some 7 things that you should do right away to get started. The course overview is located here. It's just information about our course, things that we do, stuff we're going to cover, grading percentages, and technology in the textbook that you'll need for this course. So that's very important. So you're definitely going to want to click on the course overview because in addition to introductory material, there's information about your textbook, our guidelines for feedback, and grades. Down here where it says course technology, this is very important because we use a lot of technology in this course. That's really an important aspect. So we use Mindtap. It is a digital version of your textbook, and it's where we do about 80% of our assignments. So it's really important that you understand Mindtap, that you can work Mindtap, and you can flow seamlessly between Mindtap and eCampus. So there's a lot of self-help information here about Mindtap and eCampus. A lot of these are videos and links that will take you directly to resources you need. So I really implore you to use all of these self-help resources before you reach out and have to wait for an answer. So of course the course overview is a great place to start, and the Start Here button, there's also a nice little welcome video that shows you my face and not just my voice. The syllabus and calendar is the next important step you need to take. You'll notice these are links to the syllabus and the calendar. They may change, and so instead of you having to download the latest syllabus or knowing if the attachment is even the latest syllabus, just click here, and every time you click here you will be sure that you are looking at the most updated and most recent syllabus and assignment calendar. These click to Google Documents. So to view a Google document, you can look at it here, but if you want to take it with you or save it somewhere, you would have to go to File, then you would have to go to Download As and hit Microsoft Word. And then that's going to turn this view-only document into a Microsoft Word document for you or a PDF document. It's going to make it where you can basically save it or manipulate it. The same thing happens with our syllabus. So if you want to have a syllabus that you can hold, if you're one of those people who like to touch paper, you can click that link there and it will take you to our syllabus where you can then do the same thing as I showed you with the calendar. You can click the File button and download it as a Microsoft Word document where you can save it or print it out, whatever you'd prefer. But they are always here located under the Syllabus and Calendar tab, and they will always be recent because they're links to live documents. And so that's really great. Our grading percentages are here. The next thing under the Start Here button that I think is really important is the introduction to online learning. eCampus has a lot of moving components and aspects that you might not be used to, and so you really want to click on this Introduction to Online Learning. There's lots of videos here, so you don't even necessarily have to do a lot of reading. The Mindtap help is very important as well. There are instructions on how to register in Mindtap, and that's going to be of great help to you. Now, Mindtap comes with our textbook as I mentioned before, it's a digital component, comes with an access code, and you have free access to this, to the ebook and Mindtap for 14 days. So once you register in Mindtap, you will have the textbook and an ebook, so you'll be able to work for 14 days. Now after 14 days, your trial ends and it won't let you in to Mindtap unless you have your own access code. To get an access code, you obviously would need to purchase a book or an access code. So it's very important that within 14 days of our start date that you secure your materials for this class, or you will not be able to complete work. Again, remember, Mindtap is about 80% of our assignments, so this is really big. You can't buy a used book because it won't have a digital access code, and you need to get a book within 14 days. The next thing that I think is really important, we've already done the syllabus encounter, that's under Start Here, but this is just a kind of a shortcut, a quicker way to get there. You can email me if you click this button here, email my instructor. It just directly opens up into an email that you can send me. Make sure you put a clear subject, and in the subject is your class name with the section number. Always make sure that you start out with your name and your section number, and then a detailed description of the issue you're having or what you'd like. I know this seems redundant because I'm getting an email from you, so I should see your email address and know who you are, but I teach several classes. So if you just say, "Hi, this is Bill from HDED 0092, I'm thinking which of the 7 HDev classes is Bill from? And I have 3 bills in 3 different classes, and in one class I have 2 bills." So although this seems maybe redundant to you, it's very important that you always have your section number and your name. So right away, even if I don't recognize it off the top of my head, I can go to my class and go to the grade book or to whatever information to find out about you. It's just going to expedite our communication, and that's really important. This is important coursework. Everything you need to work in this class can be found in this area of buttons. Let me reiterate, everything you need can be found in these buttons. So here's assignments and here's Mindtap. Everything you need to do in this course will either be in eCampus or Mindtap. So when you click on the assignments button, there is a unit folder. Everything we do here is in units. So in a full-length semester class, you will have 16 units, and in a summer course, we will have 4 units. So every unit folder will only be open when it's time to access it, and it will close when it is no longer accessible. If you can't see the unit folder, either the time has passed and you are past due, or the time has not started yet and you don't have access to it because you don't need to be working on it yet. The assignment calendar lets you know when these folders open and when they close. So it's very clear when they will close and when they will open. So with that in mind, remember, these have due dates. They have time limits. They will be open for a certain amount of time and then they will close. So you need to work on that unit when it's time to work on that unit and keep that in due date in mind. So you click on the unit, you come in, and in Unit 1, it will have something slightly different than the rest of the units because you need to register and get started in Mindtap. Mindtap, remember, has about 80 to 90% of our assignments, so you definitely need to register in Mindtap and become comfortable with it. It also contains an ebook, so if you do not have a book yet, this is where you're going to be able to do the majority of your work. I will also post a video on how to work Mindtap, but that's a beast in its own, and this is just an introduction. So you definitely want to start here. You want to join our class for Mind. That allows us to text between each other without having each other's numbers, and it is way quicker than email. Each unit will have the objectives, the chapter that we're on, and the pages that chapter covers, the discussion boards that you need to do. Notice in the unit folder, if I say I want to complete my discussion board, if you click the link, it will take you outside to the discussion board, and it'll take you to the discussion that's due. So most of the things in the unit folder will have links that will take you to where you need to complete that assignment. It explains to you how many discussion boards you have and what you need to do during that discussion board. And then there is a Mindtap area, which details everything that you need to complete in Mindtap. And you will need to click on the Mindtap button to get there to complete the assignments that are listed for Mindtap. In Mindtap, you don't have to worry about toggling between the two. When you get to Mindtap, all of this information will also be in Mindtap and tell you that these things are due at a certain time for Unit 1. So you don't have to come back to eCampus and say, which journals were I supposed to do? Mindtap is similar to eCampus. You can only see what you have access to. So if we are doing Unit 1, you will see Unit 1 work. When Unit 1 is over, you will not see Unit 1 any longer, and you will not be able to work on Unit 1 any longer. So my tip that I give to people, quick and easy, is if you can see it, do it. If you can't, it's too late, or you're not supposed to be doing it. There's a PowerPoint for every chapter. This is meant to be a review over what you've read in the chapter. It's definitely great for test. This is something else that will only be in the Unit 1 folder. That's the Smarter Measure and the Syllabus quiz. You need to do both of these things to be certified in this class. So you need to complete these two assignments by certification date. The certification date is listed in your syllabus, by the way. So you need to click on the Smarter Measure link. You just click right here and it's going to take you out again to where you need to be. You upload your PDF of the Smarter Measure here, and that is basically the gist of what you need to do for Smarter Measure. Just taking the Smarter Measure and turning in your assignment is the Smarter Measure assignment. Your username and password are listed here. You are a first-time user, click this link to take the test and use this information. The syllabus quiz is a quiz over the syllabus, so remember you need to read that. That was one of our first things when I came in the course I told you that you should do. When you click on syllabus quiz, it's going to take you right to the quiz and you can start it. Something to note about the syllabus quiz, you can take it up to 3 times, but your score is averaged. So all 3 attempts will be averaged and you will get your grade will be the average of those 3 attempts. So you really want to make your best run at each attempt. Those are unit folders. The beauty of this is every unit folder is structured the same. You will have similar assignments. They will stay open for the same amount of time. So each one will have about 2 weeks. If you're in summer, 1 week. And each one will look the same. You'll have discussion boards, the PowerPoint will be there, and the objectives and the Mindtap work will be there. So once you get into the groove of things, you'll find that everything is fairly simple and consistent. This is the discussion board tab. Remember, when you're in a unit, you can click the discussion board assignment and it will take you to the discussion that you're supposed to do. But you can also click the discussion board tab from here, just in case you're coming back in to reply to a discussion board and you don't want to go all the way back and click assignments, go into the unit folder. You can just click discussion board and that will take you directly to the discussion board, and then you can just complete the discussion that's assigned. One last tip, my grades. A lot of times I get emails of students asking me what they're missing, perhaps what they haven't done, what their average is in the class, what's going on, those types of things. If you click My Grades, you will be able to see your grades in this class. It will look similar to this, and if you have not done it, it will look like this. These are things that are not done. If you had done, say, journal entry number 3, there would be a yellow exclamation point here telling me I need to grade it. So you know that you submitted it, it just is not graded yet. If there's a little blue pie looking thing, pie chart, that means it's in progress, so you need to click on it and do something to finish it. It's not complete yet, and I don't grade incomplete assignments. If you have completed it and I have graded it, right here under grade, the grade that you got on that assignment will be listed. So if you are missing something, it will probably have this little dash here and tell you you haven't done it. If you say your average is a 50 and you're wondering, how did my average get so low? Click on My Grades, look here and look at the grades that you have so far, and it will show you the grades you have and what's averaging into your grade. You can click on submitted and it will show you things you've turned in. I get a lot of emails. Did you get this? Did you get that? Go to my grades, click on submitted, and you will see what I got and what I didn't get. Because if you submitted it through eCampus, it should be submitted into eCampus, right? If you just want to see graded items to look at your grades, you don't want to have to scroll through the all list of things that aren't due yet or things that are not graded. You can look at graded and that will show you all of your grades here. Obviously, I have no grades for this course. I haven't participated yet. So that is a quick rundown of eCampus to kind of get you started. You really, really need to click on all these tabs here and explore them fully, because every question you could probably have is located in this course. It's very thorough. So when you get a chance, please click all these tabs, explore all the information, the documents under them, but definitely start here. It's important that you register in Mindtap as soon as possible, and you get your materials as soon as possible. And as soon as that Unit 1 folder opens, you want to get started on the work, because it definitely has a go at your pace course. This is a course that has due dates, and once those due dates pass, unfortunately, you no longer have access to work, and I do not take makeup work. So I look forward to working with you this semester. I love this and I really look forward to your journal responses. So please feel free to email me if you have any questions or need anything from you that you think that I might have.